In verse 12, and being warned of the Most High in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country after another way. And when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared unto Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. So he was born in Bethlehem, and the angel came to him in the dream, and he said, take the young child down into Egypt. Now, does that mean that who the word Henry called Jesus is a descendant of the Egyptians? No, man. The reason why they went down to Egypt is to hide, and also you had Israelites down into Egypt too. Okay, going back to Ptolemy, okay, who had taken Israelites down into Egypt. Okay, and that's where they was worshiping Serapis Christus at, down there in Egypt. So you had Israelites down there in Egypt when you read in the second book of the Maccabees, man, in the first chapter, okay? So he was running down there to hide, man, to hide with them because they was all dark-skinned people to blend in. So they were hiding from Herod, the Edomite, man, okay? This verse 14. Hold on. This verse 13. And when they appeared, and when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and go, take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt. But be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. So, why is he doing that? Because he's trying to stop. These Edomites are trying to stop Israel from ruling, and they trying to stop the Savior. Okay? So that's what's going on, man. They didn't want Israel to get from up under their yoke of rulership, man. Same way they don't want it today, man. Okay? Same way they don't want it today. That's why they get mad at us, starting with the LGMS, by I heard teacher, man, because they don't want Israel to wake up to who they are, but they can't stop it, man. They can't stop it, man. It ain't gonna work. Okay? The prophecy is gonna be fulfilled. Okay? Then it says, this Matthew 2:13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. And when he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. Verse 15. And went there and was there until the death of Herod, that he might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophets, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. So he was born in Bethlehem, right? And they fled down into Egypt, right? And the prophecy is going to be fulfilled that he's going to call him back out of Egypt after Herod die out. Now, you got them Egyptians, and you got them Egyptologists, them fake Egyptologists, right? They got all their information from these Edomites that been over there studying in Egypt and at the Chicago University of Egypt, okay? Chicago House University over there in Egypt. Them Edomites, which is funded by the Gettys, them Edomites is over there studying, okay, the Egyptians, which is the Watusi, Zulus, and the Sudanese history, right? And all these Negroes that's into that Egyptology, all their information, they got it from the so-called white man. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Lord is not a descendant of Israel. The Lord is not a descendant of Ham, okay? They were fled down there to hide from Herod, man. So get it right, you stupid Negroes who embrace that Egyptology madness, which don't make no sense, Okay?
That's right.
Niggas bugged out. Okay? This is verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem. Now, it don't say that he got the male children, but that's who he was after, the male children. Why? Because they cut off the bloodline, and that's where the strength lies. Okay? He went after the male children, man. Okay? So he took crafty counsel, right, to slaughter the bloodline of the Israelites and the strength of Israel, man. Okay? So that's what we went after, the young man child. Okay? The children, the sons. Okay? Verse 16. This is Matthew 2 and 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children, the sons that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So he's slaughtering babies, man. He's slaughtering babies, man. So looking at these Edomite history, they was always showing no mercy, man. They was always showing no mercy when you understand the scripture. So when they put up on the news talking about, oh, the children, they bombing this day, doing this, nah, that's a smoke screen, man. That's a smoke screen, man. Okay? They don't care, man. Whatever it takes for them to continue staying in rulership, they'll do it, man. If it takes killing babies, man, they'll do it. Okay? And that shows you, and this is what's in the Bible that's accurate, how Herod was slaughtering babies 2 years old, man. Okay? Sons. So that shows you the characteristics of these Edomites, man. And that shows you the wickedness of Jake helping them. Okay? It said, this Matthew 2 and 16. Then Herod, when he had saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So they slipped out of there. Joseph then was slipped out of there. Okay? They down into Egypt. Okay? While the sons in Bethlehem are getting slaughtered by Edomite. Okay? Then, verse 17, then was fulfilled that was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, in Ramah, which is in the land of Benjamin, was there a voice heard, lamentations and weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they were not, okay, the Most High, they was not with the Most High, and to deliver what set up to deliver, which was YAHAWASHI at that time, man. So they was just getting slaughtered, man. They were just getting slaughtered, man, the babies. Okay? 19, verse 19. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. Verse 12, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. But when he had heard that Archelaus, which was an Edomite, he was of the Herodian dynasty, okay, did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither, notwithstanding being warned of the Most High in a dream he turned aside into the parts of Galilee, and he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. He shall be called a Nazarene. Okay? So the prophecy is being fulfilled. So when it say being spoken by the prophet, where is that at? In the Old Testament. Okay? It's all dealing with the Old Testament and prophecy. But you got these Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that's walking around today, don't understand history, nor do they understand prophecy. Okay? They're in a confused state. Okay? So, and I'm going over this, and the reason why I'm going over this is for the younger brothers that's coming in, man, so they can understand what was taking place during the time of the Lord when he was coming up on the scene and being born. And he was born around 3 or 4 CE. CE is the Christian era, okay? It's between AD and BC, okay? Circle, around that time. He was around 3 or 4 CE. That's when the Lord, who the word immediately called Jesus, that's when he was born, which his name is YAHAWASHI in the Hebrew, okay? He's the Savior of Israel, okay? That's when he was born, okay? This is Luke. Let's see. I'm jumping around. This is Luke, 2nd chapter, right? I went on and read it on through. I just said forget about it. I just read it on through. I was gonna just jump around, but I just went on and read the whole chapter. So Jay can see, man. This is Luke 2 and Luke 2 and 40. And when the child grew, waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of the Most High was upon him. Okay? So when he grew up, he's growing up, hey man, he became strong in the spirit, man. Okay? He became strong in the spirit, man. Okay? He became strong in these scriptures, man. Okay? As he growing up. And it said, this is Luke 2 and 40. And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of the Most High was upon him. Now his parents, which Joseph and Mary were his parents on this earth, okay? Joseph was his biological father. Joseph and Mary did have sex, contrary to popular belief. Okay? This is Luke 2 and 40. And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of the Most High was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. Verse 43, and when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child, YAHAWASHI, tarried behind in Jerusalem. And Joseph and his mother knew not of it. So they didn't know where he was. They had lost him. He's 12 years old now. Okay, he's strong in the spirit. They lost him. They don't know where he is. Okay, he didn't slipped off on them. Okay, and when they had fulfilled the days, this verse 43, and when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child YAHAWASHI tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. Verse 44, but they supposing him have been in the company, went a day journey, and they sought him among their kinfolk and acquaintances. So they was going amongst other Israelites who they was around, man, during the Passover. So they looking for him. They searching him out. Okay. Verse 45, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days, so he disappeared on them for 3 days. He's 12 years old, he disappeared on them for 3 days. they found him in the temple sitting in the midst of the doctors. Now, when you deal with that word doctors, those are Israelites who know the law, okay? He up in there with the Israelites who know the law, okay? He's 12 now. He up in there with the Israelites who know the law, okay? The doctors, okay? Who know the law according to the Bible, okay? It says, verse 44, but they supposing him to have been in the company went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinfolk and acquaintance. Verse 45, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem seeking him. Verse 46, and it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. So he questioned. He's trying to see what's up at 12, man. Yeah. Now you got to remember, when you read up, it said he was strong in the spirit. Okay? So he questioned him at 12, man. What's wrong with these jakes? Now, they're playing video games. At age 30, man.
40 and 50.
40 and 50, man. They stuck with that circus and bread, man. Okay? They ain't looking at the prophecies of nothing, man. They just trying to get money, chasing these rotten women, and playing video games, man. That's their life, man. They ain't looking at the prophecies, man. But here it is, YAHAWASHI is in the temple asking questions about the scriptures at 12, man. So as you looking at this, right, and saying to yourself, if you're gonna be in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, you got to be in these scriptures. Video games and chasing these women and chasing money, that ain't gonna get you to ask questions. That's gonna keep you dumbed down and sleep on a low vibration. Yeah. Your spiritual level gonna be low. Okay? And it said, verse 46, and it came to pass after 3 days, they found him in the temple sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. Verse 47, and all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. So they looking at him like, man, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Just extrapolating, you know the situation. They looking at him like, shh. 12, y'all ask another question. What's going on? You know, strong in the spirit like that. What's going on? Okay. Then verse 47. And all that heard him were as astonished at his understanding and answered. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou dealt with us? Question, behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. Verse 49, and he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Question, was it ye not that I must be about my father's business? So he hit him with that. So she told his mother and his father that he was about his father's business, man. Who he was referring to? Yahawah, man. Okay? That's who he was referring to, man. So he hit his mother and his father with that, man. His earthly parents.